Hi guys, welcome to some revision for English language, focusing on how we analyse language, and mainly focused on AQA, but if you're on Edexcel and OCR and there is a section for that, then please stay with me. If you want extra revision, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Stacey Ray. We're going to focus here on how to respond to the language analysis question, and I'm going to give you a section from Peter Benchley's JAWS. When analysing language, I do always, if we're aiming for the 9, which these videos I tend to pitch them for the grade 9, you need to focus on individual words and what we're going to see about that. The examiner advises that you should be able to say a lot about a little. So think about word class, lexical field, the literal meaning of words as well as their metaphorical meaning. If we can go even further with symbolic meaning. And then obviously just any connotations that a word holds that will add to the meaning and therefore the reader's response. I always give out keywords in this answer, and they're always similar. But if we're trying to sound like we are analysing rather than just describing the language, then words like introducing, focusing, developing, changing, building, and concluding are essential, and use them in the structure question as well. If you need my structure video for this JAWS extract, it is on the playlist. Again, I always give out those words, so take a screenshot and make a note, as well as what connectives we can use to extend our analysis. All very simple. I'm going to give you a section from JAWS. It's probably worth you practicing your revision alongside me here. Pause the extract and have a read before I show you my response. This will not benefit you if you just watch my response and then I give you an answer. You must try and do it yourself. We want to have a question in mind then. So how does the writer use language to imply that the boy is in danger? Will be our question. So when you are reading the extract, always have that in mind. Why would I annotate that's about the boy being in danger? How is the language showing us this danger? I'm going to show you the extract now. This is our extract. Pause the video, read it, bullet point the language that is standing out to you in terms of the question shown. I'm going to show you now what I have highlighted. Okay. In terms of danger, I have highlighted, first of all, this idea that the boy has been carried out beyond what his mother says was safe. What it does, guys, there is if we have that juxtaposition of the mother has told him what is safe and what isn't. And as soon as he hits this notion of territory that is unsafe, then we know he's in danger because mother knows best. I've then moved down to really look at the boy's movements because it starts very simply with just a kick and a paddle. And then he gets more erratic until he's really paddling. Now alongside that, if you charted the boy's movement and the shark's, you will see that the shark naturally follows the movement. The shark's senses hone in on the paddling until it eventually has the boy in its sights. And then obviously what happens at the climax, which is the last paragraph here, is that the shark devours the boy. Okay, again, structure is wonderful in this piece. I'm going to move now to show you my response because I want to help you. Please don't just read it aimlessly. Pause the video. Why don't you have a go at analysing a couple of words? I'm going to show you what I've done now. Again, use it to help your revision. So this is what I will put. Throughout the extract, the writer slowly builds up the idea that the boy is in serious danger, and the description almost mimics a predator stalking its prey. This is finally supported during the climax of the extract. Initially, the verbs utilised draw attention to the shark, and this only develops as the extract progresses. We begin with kick, paddle, and naturally the reader has a sense of imminent peril. More notably, the boy's movements become more erratic, and literally we see here that his unpredictable behaviour may be costly. This adjective is followed by two which mimic the senses of the shark, sharp and jerky. By describing what the shark registers, the reader realises that the boy is now prey. Additionally, these specific adjectives suggest that the shark will believe its prey is already in a vulnerable position. Almost in a parallel fashion, the writer also outlines the actions of the villain, in this case the shark, and they coincide with the boys. The verb homing reiterates the very literal notion that the boy is now a target, and by very definition, this verb means to find and track a target with great accuracy. It would seem there is no escape, and this is solidified with the subordinate clause, then gaining speed as the signals grew stronger. As we reach the climax, a simple sentence, "The fish rose," opens the finale of the frenzy. Again, it is the verbs which communicate clearly the graphic nature of the death: drove, smash, engulf, grind, and once again, by mimicking the actions of the shark, the reader has a front row seat to the defenceless boy and the highly skilled predator. So you can see that it's all about individual words, with one instance of a subordinate clause and one instance of a simple sentence. But really it's all about the individual words and what we do with them and how we analyse them, and obviously how we link that back to the question. I hope this was useful. Again, please follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Stacey Ray. Go on my YouTube channel. There's over 315 videos that will help you with language and literature. And if you're really doing this JAWS revision, please check out my video on structure. Massive good luck in your English literature exams.